All right.
So pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
Oh yeah. That was his second song, huh? Or a second hit.
All right. You guys ready?
As I'll ever be.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Comics. This is Esteban, and I am going to be your host again today. So we got no Luis and no Mosby today. Mosby's actually traveling the world right now, and she's currently in Amsterdam. So happy 420 to everyone out there. And Luis is dealing with some stuff right now. I'm sure he'll update us next time. Everything's okay. He's all good. So yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to him when he gets back. So welcome to episode 118 of Comics Podcast. Episode 119. 119. It's 119. Not 118, 119. Yeah. 119. Ash is shocked. So let's go ahead and go around the room.
I know when I do the editing, I always have to look at, okay, what are we left off at? Okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to type it out.
Let's go around the room, and joining us today, as always, we got Ash and Andres. So we'll go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with our drink of the evening. I am currently drinking a bottle of Noble Oak.
The whole
Noble
bottle,
Oak.
or
What's that?
the whole bottle, or just a little pour?
Well, I'm showing the bottle, and it's in my aluminum cup. So probably
Hey,
like the best cup ever.
have you ever been to a bar that like the first two shots are like this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the third shot, they're just like,
They're like, oh, you liked it, huh?
yeah, no, like just I don't know if it's like a get you fucked up for a better tip situation. Like I don't know the strategy there.
Probably.
All right.
I wouldn't doubt it. So I'm drinking Noble Oak, double oak rye, rye whiskey finished with port wine oak staves. So this is actually, it's really good. It's very, very smooth. I really, really like this one. This is first time I heard of it, the first time I'm trying it. It's really good. Noble Oak, not a sponsor. But it is very, very, very smooth. And this is probably going to be the one that I'm going to add to my collection on a regular basis. It wasn't that expensive. I got it at Total Wine. No, I'm sorry, at Bevmo. During their 5-cent thing. So it only cost me a nickel.
And you didn't invite me to have a fucking gift card.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know. Well, you're using that gift card to buy my bottle of Few and Bullet that you finished. Both finished.
You finished that bottle of Few? Good. A man with good taste.
Well, Ash finished it in one sitting.
Oh. See, that's the difference between your Evan Williams and actual.
Yes, it is.
So
that shit was good.
Oh yeah, that shit's good.
It was good. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back over to Ash. Ash, what do we got talking about today?
What we got talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
Adam Driver in talks to be in the MCU as Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. Okay.
That's the topic.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna like go with the whole thing, but I guess not.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it out loud so that you, as the host, can pick who's going to talk.
Oh, got it. Okay. To be quite honest, I don't hate the fact that Adam Driver is in talks to be Mr. Fantastic.
He's more of a Doom, and maybe that's a typecast. I'm sorry, go.
No,
the
guy's got.
I do not see it. Sorry, mate.
No, I think like the dude's got range, I've seen a lot of his stuff. I haven't seen 65 yet. I want to see 65. I haven't seen that one yet. I saw what was it? The Gucci movie, the one with Lady Gaga. I saw that one. He was pretty good in that one. I saw A Marriage Story. He was really good in that one. So yeah, I think he could pull it off, but I think he's very like with certain things, I think he's monotone. I don't know.
Before you finish that thought, can you see him as the smartest man in the Marvel universe? Smarter
No,
than
because I'm gonna see Kylo Ren all the time.
smarter than fucking
Maybe that's right.
Professor X.
yeah, Peter Parker, fucking Tony Stark.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's exactly like I don't see it.
Well, remember apparently the Fantastic Four movie is supposed to take place in the 60s. Okay. So which is why that concept art that Ash ended up sending over to us in our little group chat, that's why they named it in the or Andres sent over to us. Sorry, my bad. It was in they have him like dressed in the 60s and stuff like that. So I mean it could work. I don't hate it, but I'm optimistic about it. What about you, Andres?
No, I don't see it. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Body type wise, I do not see it. I can't see him with the fucking silver/white streaks. I don't see him as the smartest man. I could see him as like Doom would be perfect.
Uh-huh.
I could see that, and that would be an actor. I would say that yes, I don't see him as a bad actor, and that's not why I say that
Right.
that he shouldn't play the character. I just don't see him specifically for that character.
For Doom or for Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
Yeah, like I picture him as Doom, not because it's the villain, and I don't think he could play a hero. I just think he could. That's more of a character he could bite into that I see him perfectly
Okay.
slotting in for, as opposed to Reed Richards.
Okay. What about you, Ash?
Besides John Krasinski, the first two Reed Richards were kind of meek characters, and that motherfucker's not meek. He's not meek. Like even in the one where he broke up with where they're going through a divorce, he's still not a weak guy. He's still not a weak character. A Peter Parker, if you will, like a Tobey Maguire. Like he's not that. And even Miles Teller, he wasn't a weak guy, but I mean, they put glasses on him and he tried, but they're still trying to convey like a weaker guy. And so going by those two things, and the two things where the bombshell gets with the nerd, again, if they I guess break that where it's not a nerd character, and I only say nerd character because of, again, like a Peter Parker, the way that they have already portrayed him, other than John Krasinski, because that was a fucking awesome scene where he was just saying, as a matter of fact, smartly, how this is what we're doing. Which kind of is why I wish they would go with that. Even if he started off as a Dwight in the beginning, and then with the transformation was him being John or Jim, as it were. But I don't know, like maybe like Spider-Man, when he got his powers, he no longer needed glasses. You know what I mean? Like that, something like that. Like just fucking whatever. You're becoming a different human being. Again, I don't see him as a weak character. Like fucking Marky Mark playing a fucking scientist. It's just not gonna fucking work. But it happened.
Well, he did find a transformer.
And they killed the comedy relief within fucking 10 minutes.
Yep.
Anyway, but no, I don't see it for that. I don't see it. It's a confident character. He's a scene eater in the greatest of ways, in that, your eyes are transfixed on him because he's talking, and it doesn't work for the type of guy that he's trying to play. Like that's why fucking
Mr. Fantastic is the straight guy. like he has other people in the Fantastic Four to fill that like
Right.
braggadocious part or the fucking dumb strong guy. And I say that dumb, not saying that Ben Grimm is dumb, but
Right. Yeah. So okay,
Yeah, you're the
between
flamboyant guy, no pun intended. You have fucking the not the rock, the thing being all fucking whatever. So
yeah.
he should be he's the guy that's the fucking cooler heads will prevail kind of guy, and that's not him, you know. And none of the characters again that I've seen yet are him, you know.
Okay, so between the two Mr. Fantastics that we had Miles Teller, and then we had shit, what's his name? I want to say
Yeah.
it's Ian, but I know it's not
Hard
Ian.
name. Yeah, because he got brought up
Um,
recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Between those two, okay, so between those two, and then we add Adam Driver into the mix. Who do you think would be better at playing Mr. Fantastic between those three? Because those are the three that we've only
Still the
had,
first
or
guy.
that we may have.
Still the first guy.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
I think Miles Keller, Miles was cast wrong in it because he's more of that. He's his character. He seems like the character he plays in Top Gun 2 is more who
Absolutely.
he is.
He would have been a fucking awesome flame on guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm being optimistic only because I was one of the first ones to shit on Ben Affleck as being Batman. That's the only reason why. So I'm
not
giving
saying
it
won't be a
I'm
good
giving it a
movie.
chance.
You just don't see it. You know, fuck. We
I'm
didn't
not
see
no.
Ben
That's
Affleck- we didn't
that's
see
the
Ben
thing.
Affleck as Batman until fucking. You know, we see the movie. You know,
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I want everyone to let us know what you guys think about that. You know, when we end up posting this, as far as Adam Driver being Reed Richards and our possible. I mean, who knows? It could just be trolls, and they're saying like, yeah, you know, he is in talks, and then it turns out that he's been cast as Doom. You know, at the very end. You know, it could be something like that. You know,
question. Since you brought that up, on where we're going and where we're being recorded, is there a place where they're going to be able to say something that we could respond to?
I don't know. It's a good question. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I
I gotta bring it up now because you know I'm not gonna
No, it's all
remember in a
good.
fucking hour. Yeah.
I gotcha. What else we got going on today?
Either we get this, I get this out now, or it's gonna fucking disappear in the ether.
That's how I end my dates.
Ew. What's next?
The next thing is sorry for the stalling. It's just deleted scenes. We have Luke mourns Han and 45 minutes of Infinity War.
Oh yeah. So the Russo brothers came out saying that they had to cut out 45 minutes from the Infinity War in order to I guess make time. I don't know. But those
That's
45 minutes
months, dude. With
Yeah.
camera shots and with fucking setups with like
Yeah.
CGI, like that is months. Okay. That's fucking
these
crazy.
45 minutes were actually supposed to explain Thanos getting the Power Stone. Because you know how we kind of see him start off with the Power Stone already, and it's just mentioned that he went to Xandar to go ahead and take the Power Stone. They pretty much talk about, or it shows him going to Xandar to go ahead and get the Power Stone. So I think Infinity War was what, 2 hours 30 minutes, 2 hours 45 minutes, something like that.
Are we talking about both movies?
No. Endgame was like over 3
Oh,
hours.
that's right. Endgame, 45
Yeah.
minutes from just that
We're
movie.
talking about Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War. I think Infinity War was roughly about 2 hour, 2.5, 2:45, something like that. So if you tack on an extra, that movie, Infinity War, would have been longer than Endgame. But from what the original reports came out, that Endgame was technically supposed to be almost 3 hours, 35 or 45 minutes, pushing almost 4 hours. So
See,
it's a lot.
I haven't even seen the fucking new Batman. I saw it twice. I still haven't I could sit on my ass for 3 hours on the couch watching 5 episodes of something, but one movie, I don't know if it's just the mindset. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is.
I think it's the mindset, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think it's just the mindset because, like, yeah, if I tell you, hey man, do you want to go watch like a 10-hour film? And you're like, fuck no, I don't want to go see a 10-hour film. Okay, well, do you want to go watch 1 hour episodes? You fucking binge 10-hour one. It sounds better
During the credits, I could go pee. We can go get another shot. We can, you know what I mean? Like there's little fucking.
You have the option to put it on pause.
Exactly.
You know, so there's that. Yeah. You know, and then I think it was the Force Awakens. There was a deleted scene. I think you might be able to see it on Disney Plus. I'm not 100% sure. Because I've noticed that. I don't know if you guys noticed this, that Disney Plus is lacking on the extra features. You know, and I really dug that, you know, as, you know, buying Blu-rays and stuff like that, watching the deleted scenes and stuff like that. Disney Plus is lacking on that. There's some movies that have them, others that don't.
It's gonna make you buy it though, right? As opposed to
then I gotta go buy it. It's look, okay, see, it's the same thing. You want to watch a 10-hour film, or do you want to watch 10 episodes of a 1-hour show? It's like, I'm not going to go out and buy it if I can already watch it on my TV. It's the convenience of like, oh, the movie's over, let's see what kind of special features they got going on.
What I loved about fucking HBO is that after Last of Us and after Succession, it's the clip of what's going to happen next week, and then it's also here's what we were thinking, and the actor going,
interviews,
here's what I was thinking, and it's maybe 5 minutes. It's not 3 hours of, did you know that fucking blah 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 was sick during this scene, and just on and on. Like you have to then watch it, like, because they have to make it worth it, and it's a whole other fucking 3 hours.
Right.
It's like I just.
You don't have to be angry about it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Wow. Huh? You don't have to be.
I don't know. It just is. Once it goes $5.99, thank you, Best Buy. Like, you know, it's fucking great. And it's already like collector's edition, and then there's already fucking.
Already got the steel book.
Exactly. I mean,
special edition.
Yeah. I don't want to get the fucking Sons of Anarchy box set, but they haven't had one with all of them. They had the one up to the last. They had the one up to the final season, but not the one with the final season in it. They probably have it now. I just haven't looked at it forever.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to get the box set of Breaking Bad when it came in the yellow. Yeah.
Couldn't think of the.
I wanted to get that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, going back to the Force Awakens, there was a deleted scene where you see, like we saw in The Last Jedi, where Leia felt Luke go or pass on, you know, or be one with the Force. Spoiler. There was that moment that she had. Huh?
It's a spoiler.
He says spoiler.
It's The Last Jedi. How long has it been out? You know, the kind of like the same way that way, you know, like right after he kills him. Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm reading. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you guys, I mean, do you think in another world an extra 45 minutes to figure out how Thanos got the Power Stone is worth it, or are you just kind of like, meh, all right, whatever?
I think it was the way they did it in the movie theater for the release is fine. And for the diehards that want to go in and see the extra features, that's perfect. We could go in and see it on our own.
Right.
And if it's something that it's inconsequential or it doesn't ruin, if there's a way you would explain it and it doesn't affect the story wise to it, then good. That's how I am with the Lord of the Rings, because they have their extended editions, and those are my fucking favorite because it adds to the story, in my opinion. But if you take away those parts, it doesn't affect the main story. So as for me, who I'm diehard, I will fucking watch that 3.5, 4 hour last Return of the King every time over the standard one, because it adds so much in my opinion. But if someone who is like a general fan or isn't super into it and just wants to watch something in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, then
Right.
fine, I understand that. But I'm just glad that they give us the option.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I dig that. What about you, Ash? What do you think?
It's cool. Again, you have it's the same thing as everything else. You have a chance to watch the theater edition or the extra scenes edition. And like again, it
Yeah.
just would have been cool to have the option of fuck. I mean, look at the Snyder edition. Like,
Yeah. No,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Like
Yeah.
just fucking uh I think I would rather watch that edition than the fucking go happy go lucky, hey, we saved the world edition.
100 times.
Um, but just that again, that's what'll make you buy the Blu-ray. And I get it. But give us the fucking option at least.
Right.
Like, look at Lord of the Rings. That shit's like what, 3 weeks long? Like, if you fucking with all the collector's edition,
Give or take.
whatever,
Yeah, give or
like
take.
fucking use your vacay on it. But like, at least you have the option. I still have yet to do any of those. I mean,
Right.
3 hours as it is,
It
I'm
is
good.
so that's just the last one. Like it is 100% worth it. If you start with Fellowship of the Ring, that's like an extra 5 to 10 minutes. If
Oh,
you
okay.
go to so
Each of them are an extra hour.
it's
No,
the
no.
last one that gets the
It's
most.
just the last one. It's the Return of the
Yeah.
King. Yeah. I think
Okay.
Andres is right. I think Fellowship's like 10, 15 minutes longer. I
And
think
then Twin Towers
Towers
is like
is like
maybe
30 minutes
yeah,
or 30
maybe.
minutes more, but Return of the King's like an hour and
And it adds a
change.
lot. Like I think it's worth it.
Yeah. For the extra footage, being that I've never seen it, yes. I don't, but I could then watch the regular 3 hour edition knowing what happened
Oh,
with
for
the
sure.
collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I never have to do
Yeah, and that's exactly
4
what I
hours
was
again.
saying. I was like, especially when they're doing the example of Infinity War, where it's like they're gonna go back into how he got the Power Stone. It's like,
Yeah.
well, they kind of said that he has it and hinted around to it, so we don't necessarily have to see it. But if you're a fan and want to see exactly how it happened, then motherfucking, it's the option is there for you.
Yeah. No, for
Is
sure.
it
For
on
sure.
a Blu-ray?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was. I think the Russo brothers were saying that it was 45 minutes that was cut out. It wasn't even filmed or anything like that. It was just cut.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
That's what okay, so that's why you guys were quiet when I said that's fucking like another like everything that had to be done to cut it out.
Oh no, yeah. Like it was part of the script already, but that was like, when it came down to pre-production, they're like, oh yeah, we'll just cut this part out. It's not that detrimental. We can just say that he got it from Xandar. And to be quite honest, if you think about it, it does add to like, well, fuck, he took down a whole planet. Like, okay, well, what did this guy do? And especially if he didn't have an Infinity Stone at that point, you know what I mean? So there's always that. So, but yeah, I mean, it does add to it. But yeah.
I
What's
still
next?
yell at that scene when fucking Spider-Man's pulling off the gauntlet
Yeah.
and fucking I still yell at that fucking scene. It would have been over. Anyway.
What's next?
Russo brothers are in it wasn't in talk, sorry, hold on.
Yeah, it wasn't even in talks. Like this is a bullshit
Sorry.
story.
Interested in directing Batman Brave and the Bold.
They're like, oh, we'll do it. It's like, yeah, bitch, so fucking every other fucking director not named Martin Scorsese on the planet would do it. Well, good
So this
job,
was real
bud.
funny when I shared that to the group, to our little group chat. So right now, speaking of the Russo brothers stated that they are interested in being the directors for the upcoming Batman the Brave and the Bold in the new the DCU Batman. Now, it's it is like Andres said, well, yeah, no shit, of course they're interested in doing it. What director does not want to be isn't interested in directing that?
Me and my mother are interested in doing it. What the fuck?
There you go. So there's that.
Martin
But
Scorsese doing the Black Mask, or I can't think of the fucking word. Killed your dad like a dog. Like what? I can't think of his fucking name. Dark fucking Batman Beyond, not Batman Beyond, Batman Begins, G, help me.
Ooh,
The fucking bad guy. The mafia bad guy in Batman Begins.
which one? There's a few.
The the one that he goes to kill him and they take the gun away from him and make him a bitch.
Oh, yeah. I know who
Fucking
you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcone?
Like if they did a DC beginning of Falcone, like Scorsese would make it fucking awesome. It'd be the word fuck would be in every scene, but it'd be awesome.
Of course.
And Falcone would probably be fucking Robert De Niro.
That would be dope.
That would be fucking dope. Fucking dope.
So I mean,
they would have a weird character that was like a Joe Pesci, like a fucking yeah, it would be fucking great, man.
Yeah, I think though with the Russos saying that they're interested, I think that they did it just to be trolls. You know what I mean? They were trolling us at that point. You know, like Andres said, like of course, who wouldn't want to fucking direct, Batman the Brave and the Bold, I know Mosby was kind of like, well, they should stick to TV. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think they did a fucking fantastic job when they ended up doing the Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier was fantastic,
Those fucking fights were amazing.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So yeah,
it was a good blend between the superhero moves and the regular John Wick rock.
Yeah.
It was a good fucking mix.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I just think that was it was just them trolling us. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god,
is it supposed to be a live action or is it supposed to be?
No, it's supposed to be live action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be live action. So, but yeah, it's of course they're digging it. You know that people are gonna want the Russos to do something like that or to step in but I kind of feel like, to be quite honest, like it's like I get what Mosby's saying because Mosby's like, okay, they're trying to be like Marvel, so they're stealing, the directors from Marvel and stuff like that. To a certain point, I agree with her, just kind of like, yeah, give it to someone else. But for someone like Batman, I think the Russos would be a good pick for director, or at the very least writers, something like that.
That pigeonholes the director too. Like, so once I worked for Marvel, I can't direct in a fucking another movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. No, yeah, that's no, of course.
Experience. You also have
for sure.
Yeah.
But James Gunn also, yeah, James Gunn also did go on record saying that he is actively looking for other directing talents. So I think he kind of wants to get like up and coming directors or new directors that we haven't heard of before, or like small screen directors to kind of to direct, stuff in the new DCU. So I mean, yeah, of course.
I love the support of was it Patty Jenkins?
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that name till Wonder Woman, and now it's
really,
like
Hurt Locker.
Things like that are fucking great.
I was gonna say, watch the Hurt Locker. Watch the movie The Hurt Locker.
Okay. There's war movies that I'll watch where movies where like the guy is split in half and he's putting his guts back into his stomach. I'm kind of like, but I will watch.
No, I don't think The Hurt Locker has that.
That bad?
Okay. No, you're good.
No, I don't think it's that bad. But Patty Jenkins did direct The Hurt Locker. I think she won the Oscar for The Hurt Locker for Best Director.
Is that Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. No, Jeremy Renner.
It's Jeremy Renner.
Jake Gyllenhaal did Jarhead. Yeah. That one they say that Jarhead was the frat boy Marine movie. So that's what a lot of people compare Jarhead to. But yeah, if you get a chance, I think The Hurt Locker's on Netflix. So that's my recommendation. Watch The Hurt Locker, Ash.
Oh, glad it's back.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my recommendation then for Ash to watch The Hurt Locker. I believe it's on Netflix. So anybody that's tuning in right now and listening to us, we do recommendations around the room. We'll go ahead and recommend a movie or a TV show that for one of our other co-hosts to go ahead and watch. If there's something that you guys think that we would be interested in, recommend it in our comments or go ahead and shoot us a message, a DM on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Let us know what you think we should be watching, and we'll go ahead and watch it, and then we'll report back on the next episode. So Ash, your homework is to watch The Hurt Locker.
Yeah. I also think we should do that with music, because when we were doing Spotify playlists, like there was a lot of stuff that at the time Carmen was recommending and Andreas that exposed me to a lot of fucking groups. It was great.
Let's do it.
Any comments you guys have about recommending anything? Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how much work it was to do that playlist? Because
I can only imagine, because you put up
specific
graphics
motherfucking image of the band that I like. I would pick like fucking the proper font for you guys. I would fucking pick color, and I would do it. And
I appreciate you for doing that, Andres.
I'd fucking get a like, and I'd be like, man, do you know how much time I spent on this to get a motherfucking like?
It may be different now, though.
Sons of bitches.
I love you, Andres.
We got I don't know if this is Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong, because it's Kong X Kong.
Yeah, it's that's the title. It's Kong X.
Kong X.
Yeah. So kind of like and.
I've never heard. Okay.
Hey man, that's what they put in the title. I'm just copying what it says in the title.
It's just something. I mean, fucking when they did Jason X, I was like, oh, bro, no. So I don't even watch scary movies. I was still like, no. That's the one they're in space, right?
Yeah.
No. And he has the silver mask.
Yep.
God damn, no. That was bad. I could watch that movie during breakfast.
Okay, making some eggs. You hear me?
Oh, it's my speaker.
It's you. All right. So what's the next thing? What else do we have going on? Ash, this is on you. Hello. Can you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Ash, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Silver Hawks.
Whoever's gonna handle the editing on this one, have fun.
It's gonna be Ash.
Hey,
so what's
Dick,
up to everybody?
Give us a thumbs up. Well, you made up.
Nope. What's just want to say what's up to everyone that's joining us on TikTok Live. Appreciate you guys dropping in, saying what's up. Ash, what's next on the list?
How'd you know I could hear you?
Because you did a peace sign when I said everybody what's up on TikTok Live.
All right, my bad. Oh yeah. Well, did we say Kong X gets the title? I my speaker was up.
Oh yeah. So it was announced today that the Kong versus Godzilla is getting a sequel, and we have a title for it. It is now Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. And from what it looks like that the villain is, I'm not very much versed with King Kong or Godzilla. Our co-host Luis is very much. And Andres, you're a big Godzilla fan too, aren't you? So
there.
It looks like it's another ape. I don't know who that is though. I'm really drawing a blank on that. So I'm sure Luis will probably hit us with the Kong knowledge when he gets back.
Was it a mechanical ape or is it a different?
I have no idea, dude. I have no clue. So
you guys remember Rampage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should do a werewolf.
What do we got next?
Great game. What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Andreas, you didn't
Yes.
like that it was Godzilla was more of an iguana kind of a look?
Not particularly.
No?
If they could make him look like a modernized version of the original Japanese one, that would be perfect. Make him like that, or make her like that, but a little bit more fierce. That'd be cool.
When was it announced that, or when was it exposed that she was a girl? Matthew Broderick with the eggs?
That's what I'm assuming. But I think in the Japanese one, he was always, because they had the Godzilla's child.
Yeah, baby Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn. Yeah. All those movies, I just remember, like, the movies I didn't see, but just the, or they would be on Channel 5 and they'd be all fucking baby.
Oh, yeah, that's how I would watch it. And that's why every time with like Mothra or Ghidra or Rodan or Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
Rodan was a shit.
Yeah.
Rodan was a shit. What's next?
We get our first original MCU character making the jump to the comics.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you guys remember Moon Knight, right? Remember Layla? His love interest?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the series, she ends up turning into the Scarlet Scarab. Okay. So she was an original concept or original superhero for Moon Knight. So she is jumping to the comic book page now, which is pretty exciting, because now not only does she live in the MCU, but now she lives on page, which I think is very exciting and very cool for a lot of new fans to jump on, especially if you really, really dug Moon Knight. So I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's cool that we have a character from either the film or television universe that actually made it to the comics.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And I thought her character was really good in the show. So that's another, I guess, plus or bonus I see.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and also it's cool. There was a backstory there of the adventures they have been on, that even if it's just filling in the holes, you know what I mean? That'd be cool. But it's cool that she has her own thing. That's fucking amazing. And it's after she has the powers now, or?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty. I'm pretty excited about it to kind of see what's going on. So once her series starts dropping, I'll probably end up picking up a couple of issues of hers. So
at least the first, right? Just in case.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Pick those up, a couple variants, see what's up. What else we got?
The last one is Spider-Man coming to Disney Plus. And then also, if we want to catch up on Succession and Mandalorian.
Okay, cool. I think it's about time that Spider-Man showing up on Disney Plus. I don't know what you guys think. What do you think, Ash, about Spider-Man showing up on Disney Plus?
Well, I'm guessing once that announcement happened, they showed all three, which means that it's a bigger deal, clearly. Because they had deals with Hulu, Netflix, just whoever. It was one of those, by the way, Instagram's very good with, like, this is leaving Netflix and going to Hulu. This is now blah, blah, blah. Right. Yeah. Just builds the world. It just keep it there. Like, you know what I mean? Just further creates the legacy of fucking, it's similar to like when Spider-Man joined the Spider-Man over here is the same Spider-Man as over here. So the world's, hey, Underoos, like, it's all connecting. It's the way it should be. Shouldn't matter about the fucking contract. Like, if you're not using them, don't fucking. These other people will do it for you. Just fucking collect your paycheck and just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and from what I saw, we're getting all three of the Tobey Maguire films. We're only getting the first Amazing Spider-Man, and we're only getting Spider-Man Homecoming. So it doesn't look like we're getting Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, or Far From Home, or No Way Home.
Ooh.
He's so angry right now.
Is that still making money over here, or is it maybe still under contract?
I don't know, man. It could be that it might be under contract. I don't think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong, but based off of that Instagram post that I saw, flipping through the slides, April 21st, we're getting all three Tobey Maguire ones and the Amazing Spider-Man, and then May 14th, we're getting Homecoming. So, yeah.
All right.
He's so disappointed.
This is dumb. Again,
What do you think about?
I could understand, like, if Netflix goes, okay, you can have Dark Knight Rises and you can have Batman Begins, but Dark Knight is the one that everybody stays for, and
Sure.
It's your first go-to in that series, as far as like I have a chance to watch one movie, unless you're me, where you're gonna fucking watch all three. But
yeah,
if you're gonna watch one, you're gonna watch fucking the Joker one. And business-wise, where they probably don't even watch the movie, they just know that's the movie that grosses this much money. Again, I can see these two go ahead, but we're gonna
absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think, Andres, about Spider-Man finally coming to Disney Plus?
Since it seems like they're making Peter like the leader of the Marvel universe for him and Doctor Strange for this phase, and I'm assuming what's going to be the next phase going forward. I think it's important to have like the past films available to watch. But also, I think it makes sense for Sony that they can make a deal with Disney to be like, yo, for every like whatever stream, you get a certain amount of money from it. So I think it makes sense for both companies. It just puts that character in a higher echelon, that they have his past films in it and with the previous actors. They didn't. I was going to ask in that news that dropped. They didn't say anything about fuck. Now I just lost his name. Sorry. Of our second Spider-Man,
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield's. Did they mention his films being added to it or not?
Just the first one. Just the first Amazing Spider-Man is going to be added, not the second one. From what, based off of that Instagram post.
So yeah.
So
why would you want to keep the fucking Electro one?
I wouldn't, like, just to have everything there. Like in general, I'm a completist. So if there's something there, even if I didn't,
completist. Absolutely.
Yeah, if I didn't like that one, it's good just to have something there that's there.
Yeah,
though it's
lesser than. Yeah, the same can go with you can say the same thing about Spider-Man 3. It's like, why add Spider-Man 3?
Exactly.
So we're getting all three Tobey Maguire films.
It has a natural home for every following Tom Hardy film.
Does it though?
Tom Holland film.
Oh, okay.
Home. Tom Holland. Sorry, once I said the Tom Holland films, like releasing once it's done in the theater, going to Disney Plus, a natural home. Everybody's getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a reason why even Seinfeld, after 2 years, gave it up to Netflix. Yeah. Hulu gave it up to Netflix. It's just weird. It's weird. That's some people's fucking touchstone. Like, it just shows like that, like that's weird that people give that shit up. And that's why I think it's business versus personal.
Right.
That shit's 20 years. The last episode was 20 years ago, but still, like, I just saw that shit all day today. Just
Right on.
yeah. I
Were
mean,
you this angry when you were watching it again?
I was so fucking angry.
Was it because you knew it was the last one and it came
It's
out 20 years
because
ago?
he knew that if he was like on that show and he saw some dude getting jumped, he would not go out there to like fucking do it. So he knew he would end up in jail like the cast in Seinfeld.
Makes sense. Totally understand it.
But I mean, everybody was safe. It wasn't like he was getting shanked or anything. But anyway,
I
I didn't know
digress.
that was the real love. But
But they were laughing at him.
yeah, I don't think I would be going that far. I'd be
I don't know, bro. I don't know. You have a sinister like underlayer to you.
If anything, I pretend I didn't see it, but that'd be the worst. And then I would overthink that and then feel guilty about it. But I wouldn't fucking make fun of it.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. So moving on to our last topic, and to everybody that is joining us on TikTok Live, we greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. We are jumping into our spoiler edition or our spoilers section, I guess. We will be talking about Succession and the Mandalorian. So if you guys have not seen or have not been caught up on the TV show Succession, or to be quite honest, if you just don't care for it getting spoiled for you, stick around. If you have not seen the finale for the Mandalorian, such as myself, stick around.
You haven't seen it either?
Watch it. I didn't see it either. It's all right. It's all good. Spoil it. It's already got ruined for me on social media, so we're good. We are going to go.
Fuck that, dude. Everything should be. What was that rule?
This is your spoiler warning.
No, but what was that rule when they did that movie? I want to say it was The Last Spider-Man. When they did that rule of, all right, everybody has a week. Don't spoil it for a week. And everybody obliged. And everybody was cool with that. Like,
oh, for sure.
Even comicbook.com, that's very like, fucking, they might as well show it to you live. Like, they even accepted that. Like, I think that should be a fucking going thing.
Yeah, it already got spoiled for me. So I already know about what happens to the dark saber and all that stuff. So yeah. I know we didn't talk about the episode prior. Andres, are you caught up with it?
No, go keep going. You don't fucking affect me.
Okay. Not gonna lie, really heartbroken over Paz Vizsla. What happened to him? Broke my heart. Big time sacrificing himself.
What are you talking about?
Mandalorian, the episode before the finale. Because we didn't talk about that episode.
Which is what you and I were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Hasmila is who?
Paz Vizsla?
Paz Vizsla is who?
He's the heavy armored Mandalorian.
Oh, Opie.
Oh,
I've been calling him Opie this whole time because it was it was the wall between them and fucking they had to watch it happen. It was the Opie for me. Yeah. Oh, I hated that scene so fucking much, especially with how one, the Mandalorian had to gain his respect,
right,
and to get to even where we're at. Plus, he was part of the was it season 1 or season 2 when they fucking land and he's all fucking
season 1,
right? Like, fuck, that's such a good fucking story. And then 2, like, again, had to gain his fucking respect, and then fucking saved his fucking son. Oh fuck, man, they gave that guy such a great fucking story arc.
It was fucking dope. It was really cool because how he was like straight up like, this is the way, like, you know, he knew that he had to sacrifice himself, and he was like that, but 2, he was the first one, like, if we're gonna fucking join forces, like we have, and he was the one to fucking, but if it wasn't for the other thing happening, like the guy that saved my kid was the guy that took off his fucking helmet, like, it was a great fucking story arc for him. Yeah, it was very much, and the way he died was very much a fucking warrior's death, you know.
Opie. It was fucking Opie.
Not to that extent.
Fucking head to the fucking the bat to
no,
the head.
Not to that extent. Okay, because I will say this. Opie fought, he was able to fight off a few guys, but then he accepted his fate, to fucking take the pipe in the back of the head, Paz did not. He fucking went down swinging, dude. There was one point where the Praetorian ends up stabbing him. He grabs the spear and pulls the spear closer to him just so that he can fuck up the Praetorian.
Yeah.
Like that's like Opie wouldn't do that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying the fact that they were separated and somebody can't do anything about your best friend's death. That kind of a fucking situation.
I'm just saying Opie would not do
It was a similar situation is all I was trying to say. The big guy dies in a fucking crazy ass fucking way. Everybody fucking leave. Like,
yeah.
like fucking.
Yeah.
When they make that toy,
So,
that motherfucker's gonna sell out.
Oh, bro, I have his fucking 3D file for his armor already ready to go so I can start printing that shit. I'm like, there's my Halloween costume, fucking Paz Vizsla.
Nice.
I just got to start printing that shit.
Grogu gets a new
But yeah.
name.
Huh?
Grogu gets a new name.
I know, right? Oh wait, he does? Yes. I'm excited. So dive into Ash. You're the only one that's seen the finale. Give it to us,
finale. Man. I didn't know I was gonna see the finale. I'm still not great at I'll see all the episodes, but like succession, like I don't know when the seasons are 22 or if it's gonna be like Game of Thrones.
I'll give you a tip.
I'll give you a tip number, and everybody knows. Okay, number 8's done, or even Game of Thrones. Like at 6, we're done, but I don't ever know that.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a tip. If it's
never
on,
look at another guy, especially me, and say, "Here's the tip."
No, I will do that, and I will do that every single time and say, "Well, here's the tip."
That's what makes it weird. When you look me in the eye, it makes it weird.
But that's how I know you're paying attention to me. When I look at you in the eye and I say, "I'm going to give you a tip."
It's because it comes with his conviction.
Yeah, it does.
The word "comes" helps. Thank you.
Absolutely, 100%. So if it's on network TV, those typically run for about 20 episodes.
Bro, are you really mansplaining another man? For real?
I am.
Wow. I just meant I'm talking about even the shows I even brought up were cable. Like, I don't know. That's like Disney's probably about 10, roughly 10 usually, right? HBO Max is kind of.
Would this voice help better when I explain it to you? No, not even.
Pineapple.
I'm aroused.
But you know what I mean? Like I just never recognize.
Look, I'm gonna give you a tip, Ash. See, oh.
It took me to even Instagram told me this is the last season of Succession, but it doesn't click to me like that I'm watching that. I'm watching. So with certain things that are happening, I'm not thinking of it as the final season. Okay. I'm thinking it more of like we just have to catch up. We have to catch up. We have to catch up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Mandalorian was amazing. Everybody should be happy. They have a fucking amazingly strong female lead. They have fucking Mandalorian still like has the fucking. It was perfectly done. And it wasn't lip service to everybody. It was absolutely fucking beautiful. No one person could get things done. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna be as general as possible because what I was telling Andreas was there's a guy that's very much a dick through the whole show. Okay. And he does something fucking heroic. And it was like nothing. It made me emotional because it was like it was a very much a Yandu situation where I'm addicted to the whole movie, but the entire time I'm just trying to get my son back. I'm hunting my son, and we all
Right.
think I'm hunting him, but I just
Sure.
want him to get back into the clique and we're all good. Like I'm only getting my son back, but they need to think we're hunting him to kill him.
Got it.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a guy that's very much a dick in this show that does something very heroic that fucking made me emotional. And it was fucking good. And then something happened that fucking disappointed me. But then Grogu gets a new name. You also find out different rules of the Mandalorian, in that I say no, other person says these words, things happen and to go forward. It really felt like everything that was opened, whether season before or this season, are now like, we close a bunch of fucking storylines
Okay.
to fucking fit this, to fit what we're doing. Even when Mandalorian said I'm a bounty hunter, I'll say that's a spoiler, but the way that worked is you even forget that that's what this is.
Sure.
This, because we're so caught up in these two set of Mandalorian don't get along, and this is what we need to get to
Right.
forward. Just made me forget that that's the species is a bounty hunter. That's the reason they know hand-to-hand
For
combat.
sure.
That's the reason
Yeah,
they
yeah,
know everything that they do. There is a subtle nod to Phantom Menace
Okay.
that's fucking so fucking cool. Very subtle, very, 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 very subtle, and it could be just because that happened there and this happens here.
Okay. Like even more so with him getting the Naboo starship.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. This is the only thing I'm gonna spoil for you. There's a scene where the shields are one by one. Like,
Oh no
like,
shit. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's so fucking cool because it's a hitman status.
Right.
So it's a character that can do something, and it shields one by one, and each of them are the Imperial.
Right.
Each set is the Imperial. So the way that he's doing is like, make the shields go one by one, and I'll tell you each set, next shield, next shield, next shield, and God, I gotta ruin it. Everything is like a video game.
Sure.
So the first shield is I have hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
And then this guy had a knife. Now the next shield, I have a knife going into this. This guy has a shield. Now I have a shield and a knife.
So it's a constant evolution from it's like level to level to level.
But it was great because it's what I said last week of it's John Wick in that I'm going to stab you in the foot to fucking kill you. I'm going to stab you in the foot to stab you in the neck, because you're going to look at your foot, put your head down to stab you in the neck.
Yeah.
Like, it was very what you wouldn't it's not Rambo where it's like everybody dies by a fucking gun. It's like, I'm going to do this to kill you. I'm going to break your kneecap, so you look at your kneecap, and then I'm going to stab you in the ear. Like, very John Wick.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm gonna ruin, because everything else is fucking amazing. Fucking A, man. Our former fucking host Harmon said fucking Mandalorian finale, and I
Chef's
agree.
kiss.
Chef's
Yeah.
kiss, in that it buttons up a lot of storylines that are here.
Okay, good.
That's great where we're gonna go, and a
Okay.
great jumping off point. I feel like seasons 1 through 3 were this, and now we're going on to whatever we're gonna go. This next season 4 to 6 is gonna be a different storyline, and maybe that being Star Wars, maybe that's gonna be the thing where it's like every 3 seasons are gonna be
Right.
the thing.
Yeah, but remember what we talked about last episode. Dave Filoni is supposed to be directing a Mandalorian movie or
That's
a
right.
Star Wars film that's supposed to close the Mando universe. So, but it's supposed to be closing because remember, John Favreau did go on record saying that Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, and they're all those films or those TV shows are all part of the Mandalorian verse. So the film Dave Filoni is going to go ahead and direct is supposed to close out that universe and put an end to the and like
We're gonna
put
see
it all to rest. You know, I mean, who knows?
death.
Huh?
No, yeah. We
No,
haven't
see this.
seen those fucking weird Sean Connery Yoda fucking pictures of the adult
Grogu.
Grogu.
Yeah.
Those
See,
aren't coming out of fucking nowhere.
this is the thing that I got beef with now because you brought it up, and I blame you for bringing it up. The Phantom Menace. I have one area that just really just pisses me off
Just one?
about it.
Oh, mom, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Was it that?
He was a kid. Lay off. Don't be a dick.
He shanked in the face.
He
But
was
he
a
was
kid.
also fucking Jingle All the Way. So I get it.
He was a kid. Back off. Okay, so you know at the very beginning of Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon end up getting onto the Imperial ship or the Trade Federation ship. Okay, they come across droid Dakar battle droids. Okay, they fucking use force speed to get away. Okay,
Which you have in the game, but you don't have in any other game but that game.
why the fuck? No, stop. Let me finish. Why the fuck did Obi-Wan not use that shit to get to Qui-Gon when he was fighting Darth Maul? Riddle me that. Because I think that's bullshit. Oh, see? Uh-huh. Now everybody on TikTok's gonna have that in their head for the rest of the until they go to sleep tonight. Why didn't he use force speed to go save Qui-Gon?
Maybe he didn't know when the shields were open.
It's fucking force speed, dude. The shield's all closed at once. If he used force speed, he'd get there in time, or at the very fucking least. If you go by the way the film was, he got stopped at two different.
Shit, my bad. We got stuff happening.
What's happening?
4H5 Oka. This person's gonna spoil.
It's
Grogu's
Ashoka, if you can't tell.
It's Ahsoka, dude.
Okay. All right. Grogu's new name is Din Grogu. The way Grogu held his own was the shit. Yes. The episode was great. Yes. Great finale. Just wanted to share that the author of Skippy the Jedi Droid, Peter David, comic that describes R5 tales, plus wrote many of the sci-fi books, is struggling to pay his medical bills after suffering a series of strokes and a mini heart attack. So maybe you can share that and his GoFundMe page, and the community can contribute if they can. Well, if you put that in here, we'll do that. So I already read the whole paragraph. So if you put that in here, I will say it out loud. Cactus Zach says red shield doors, Speed Force. I think he's referring to what
Right.
you're talking about. Damn Ash. Yeah, the droid that made itself blow up and let R2 be the main droid. I don't know what he's referring to that. Because I know what you're saying, Zach. All right. So the character that helped hit the Mandalorian was R5. I was
Right.
trying to not fucking spoil that, being that he was a scaredy cat when they first landed on.
Oh yeah.
Was a great fucking, again, in its own arc, because he was the one that didn't want to get out at all.
Right.
He was the one that was watching fucking Grogu was being made to then go out of the ship, go
Sure.
and help him do what he needed to do, which is great because it was a little nod to even R2, because R2, the little fucking,
Yeah.
like, little fucking everything, fucking was really cool. I was trying to be as generic as possible, but
It's all
our
good.
audience wants us to spoil.
So overall, the Mandalorian season finale for season 3 was fantastic and it was epic. And I will probably end up catching it again or catching it tonight.
It's still not everything that even happened.
No, I believe you. I
Yeah.
believe you. So we're gonna move on real quickly to Succession. I'm not even caught up on Succession. So take it away.
All right.
Spoilers.
It's mad spoilers. I know we spoiled it last week because we had Opie Mandalorian die and we had fucking blah, 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 die at the same time. So I was real puffy eyed. What was great about Succession this week was the three are trying to make things work as a team.
Yeah.
Something happens where where the company is left to one of the three, and the dynamic is changing, because if it's us three and we're all good, but if something's left to me and then all of a sudden I'm becoming what I was in the first fucking 2 seasons, where I'm like, because we were competing for this the entire fucking time.
Right.
At a time you had it, at a time I had it. We were all playing dad's favorite at one time. So there was that. And I will say that a character I hated, that was the one time I felt sorry for that person. The one time I ever felt sorry for that person. Also, the security blanket of some characters are fucking gone.
Ooh, okay.
And it's that this latest episode is very Stop from Drowning.
Really?
Very, very much so. Very, very much so. The comfortability they had, and it's way more than you think, because the status quo is like, if I'm going to hire my friends versus what was already established, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people being fired. Like, it's and the whole thing is fucking WWE. I always bring that up. It's like,
Nice.
somebody's taking over, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker comes back, and then it's all fucking. Let's see. I'm out. I've only seen episode 1 to 2. He's talking about Succession.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's very, again, I'm trying to be as fucking generic as possible, because I'm sure once we've all are on the same page, it's gonna be a 2-hour show. But
yeah, no, for sure.
It's very much everybody that was secure is no longer secure. And the one person that one of the people that were not secure and we're trying to work towards something great, the company is left to them.
I already know who it is.
Now that person is being a fucking dick.
I already know who it is.
Nope. I don't want you to guess, because if you guess, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to give it away. But that person is it's the dynamic now of we are working together.
Right.
And now the company's left to me. So I still want to be here, but you left me the company. So it's a great fucking dynamic.
Right on. Okay. Very cool.
And on top of that, Logan's best homies are not even considering the kids. Meaning Jerry's like, well, the company should be left to me. Fucking, I only know him as Sledgehammer for an old 80s reference. I don't know his fucking real name. But the fucking number 2 under Logan is like, well, I mean, but it was always whatever. And then the other fucking balding guy is like, well, here's how we could do this. I don't want to be left in charge, but here's how we could do this. And then it's everybody that after this great tragedy thinks they're going to be in charge.
Sure.
And they're all doing it under the guise of like, hey, I'm so sorry about blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But as soon as you leave, it's like, hey, so we're going to fuck them over in the National Enquirer, right? Like, it's very, like, cutthroat. Yeah, it's so fucking good. Again, once we catch up, I'll probably have nothing to say because you guys finally catch up. But it's a good episode. Much like I said about everything else, I love that they show the thing for next week, but they also show like, this is what Shiv is thinking. This is what fucking Roman's thinking. This is what fucking not Roman, Jeremy. Can't think of the other main guy, the fucking the firstborn. What's the firstborn's name?
Oh, I forget his name.
Okay. Yeah, everybody that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking good. It's really fucking
right on. All right. Very cool. So on that note, to go ahead and close out the episode, according to Ash, the season finale for The Mandalorian, fantastic. The latest season or the season of Succession, the current season of Succession, fantastic as well. So if you guys don't get a chance to tune in and watch them, watch them.
In a row, so you guys have to catch up.
Don't yell. I am a whole season behind. I'm a whole season behind.
Damn, kid.
Yeah, I'm a whole season behind. Okay. I can barely catch up with Mandalorian, dude. Okay. So that's the life of a dad with 3 kids. Okay. So, what was I? See, I lost my train of thought. Here we go. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of Comics. I want to go ahead and thank everybody that tuned in and joined us on TikTok Live. We appreciate you guys giving us likes.
Connor's the oldest one. Connor is the firstborn. I was thinking of the Jeremy character. The second.
Bitch, the show is fucking over.
No, I'm sorry. You know what? We've only done an hour because homie showed up a half hour late. We've only done an hour. We did really good time today.
We did. Thank you. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in on TikTok Live. Appreciate you guys. If you guys really like the show, tune in every Thursday. We do go ahead and go live every Thursday. And then once we go ahead and put everything together, it'll go ahead and drop on YouTube on Monday. And again, we are finalizing our Comic-Con radio. So once we get on to Comic-Con radio, so we will let you guys know so you guys can go ahead and start grabbing those episodes from there. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode. Next episode, Ash is going to go ahead and be our host. And you know, when Ash is the host, we got games. So everyone that is live, that is going to be watching us live, be prepared. to tune in on our game night, our monthly game night. And on that note, as always, comics.
You are everywhere.
Good night, everybody.